Looking for a podcast that discusses technology in a fun and innovative way? Well, if you answered yes, then you've come to the right place. Because here on Visioncast with JC and Friends, we do just that. We feature special interviews, give you the latest tech updates, and so much more. And there's no time like the present, because it's now time for your weekly dose of technology. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Only on Visioncast with JC and Friends.
Hey, we're back again, tech freaks, tech enthusiasts everywhere. This is Visioncast with JC and Friends. I'm JC along with Stacy, the amazing producer, and the crew, and we are all here, and we're super excited to bring you tech updates and announcements and randomness and all the stuffity stuffage. thanks to Denise.
I didn't think you'd say that.
I know, but I had to say that because after all, you led us to this lingo.
No, JC, it's stuffity stuffage.
No, it's
Okay,
stuffage.
you're always ruining it.
Yes.
As I say,
Oh,
it's supposed to be double. I always
Okay,
say
yeah,
that
double,
it's
exactly,
never
double,
right.
not triple. Anyway, so before we get into all the fun stuff, and I have not a major announcement, but something really exciting that's going to happen, that will change the podcasting landscape, and we'll get to that in a bit later. But for right now, I want to introduce my original crew who is on Zoom with me. Starting with our amazing editor and producer, Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25.
Hello, everybody. This is Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, and we're keeping technology alive.
That's a good one. I love that one. That's a good one. Keeping technology alive with Crazy Stacy 25. Hey, it rhymes.
Yes.
Anyway,
It's got that vibe.
yeah. Anyway, continuing with the ladies, we have Denise.
Good afternoon. Or should we be extra silly and actually say something that was recently said from another friend? He said, good afternoonage.
Now, where did you get that from? Good afternoonage. I always
Actually,
wondered.
it was my friend.
Oh.
It was my friend Matt Turner.
Oh,
Well,
Matt.
it's from that group that I'm in, the fun group that I created.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. You have a fun group.
Just
That's
remember, guys. Anything with it's supposed to be IDGE, but sometimes it's for some reason it's AGE. I don't know. In my group, it's AGE. I might change it. But
Well, yeah.
it just
it's
because
like-
things are pronounced better with screen readers if you have IDGE. It still gets the J in there. So the J,
Idge.
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Continuing with the ladies, we have Paige.
Going third, but that's okay. Hi, everybody. What did you say?
Yikes.
Yikes!
Oh,
He
okay.
said.
Okay. All right. But yeah, hello, everybody. I'm just trying to bring inspiration to this crew because everybody needs it in their lives, and I think that Christian music is a way to do that in inspirational quotes. So let's try to keep this inspirational, and let's try to get more followers as we can.
Oh, that's good. And
Awesome.
if you haven't checked out her music, make sure you check it out. I
Please do.
absolutely enjoy two of her originals, "Here I Stand" and "Lord, I Need You." Both of these songs were amazing. Hey! All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
good-
please do check me
Good
out. Like,
improv on that one. That was
that was awesome, Denny.
You should have
I
really done it.
would recommend both of you do a duet of that song in the future. That would be totally
Oh my
awesome
God.
if the both of you teamed up together and do that.
Or three-part
But-
harmony.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Or
Hey,
4. I
even
may
better.
be a
I actually
pagan, but I'll
did.
do 4.
Funny. It's funny because it's funny how you say that because for the background vocals of that song, I actually did 3-part harmony.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, you beat me to
Yeah,
it.
even though, yeah, like you said, Stacy, even though you're a pagan, you'll still do it. You know.
Well, I did
Anyway.
a Christian jingle for Power of Love, remember?
I know you
Yep.
did. I know.
Ooh,
I
nice,
heard it.
cool.
It was dope.
I didn't even.
Anyway, let's continue our intros before we get sidetracked.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, now moving on to, did we get all the ladies, first of all, before we continue? Did we get all the ladies? Just want to make sure.
I believe we did.
Where's Haley
Haley not-
at?
Where's Haley?
Where's
Yeah.
Haley?
Haley's got a migraine.
Oh,
Yes?
yikes.
Well, with
Poor
this
thing.
weather, this weather that's
the
thank
heat.
you very freaking much, Indianapolis. Well,
Oh, dear.
Indianapolis was
Oh,
under
I gotta
tornado
go, guys.
warning, and yeah, the rain has been coming this way, and it's supposed to be like this
joy.
for a few days. So
joy.
yeah,
Guys, I'm back.
we are.
Philip did.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Guys.
she has a migraine. The weather affects her.
Oh, sucks.
Aw. Hope she's feeling well.
Yeah, me too. Because it's ridiculous. Who is crying in the background?
My little niece
Yeah,
just
it's
woke
Stacy
up
crying.
from her nap. No, it's my little niece. that just
George,
woke
shut
from
up
her-
while you're still ahead. Oh wait, you're not
It's-
ahead. You don't know how
No.
to get
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm not ahead.
Please,
It's
I'm not ahead.
please occupy her as best as you can while filming.
All right, let's get to the
Because-
fella.
Anyway, yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's get to the shout outs. We don't want to lose track of
Intros.
Okay, intro. Yeah, intros. Okay. All right, let's move on to the fellas. We have our other editor and producer of the podcast who edits the great podcast with great sound effects and imaging work parts and all that stuff. Denny, aka H Streets.
What's going on, guys? Danny, aka H Streets here. You can find my music on all major music streaming platforms by looking up H-Streets. You can also look up the same on YouTube. You can also find me on TikTok by looking up at H Streets Music.
Oh, and speaking of, yes, you can also find my music too. You can just go type in my first name, which is Paige, and you can type in the words, the songs "Here I Stand" and "Lord I Need You." If you can't find those, best to look me up on YouTube to find it, and that's gonna be your reference.
Heck yeah.
Major
Awesome.
streaming platform of your choice, guys. So don't miss out on my music.
All right, and continuing the intros, we have George.
Hello, this is George. Myself and Stacey have a very special shout out to you later on during the show. A very nice story came about this week, so stay tuned for that.
Yep, can't wait to hear that. And let's see what else. Let's see. We had Philip, but
I'm right here.
oh,
I'm
you
here.
okay? I thought
I'm back
I
at-
heard a notification someone left, but I don't know.
Yeah, Denise dropped.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I-
okay,
and
okay.
And then
yeah,
and then I dropped too to jump back in.
You had a
I'm
call.
back in.
Oh, okay. All right. Now continuing, we have Phil.
What's up, everybody?
If
That
you're
sounds a
noticing
lot better
why
than it
he's-
was before.
Yeah,
And
there
if
was.
anybody
I'm in the
is
library
wondering, she's in the library.
Oh no!
No, but
Because
the
Jason
thing, no,
Momoa-
but
He is in the library, which is why he has
What
to
do I-
speak
I
quietly.
hear him so much clearly.
Yeah.
What a way to pull off a JC.
Yeah.
Now you're like good grief. Now you're like me when
Now you're
we
like
all
good
make
grief.
mistakes.
Great.
That's fine.
Googly,
So
googly.
yeah. So anyway, that is the introductions out the way. Yeah, we got everybody. So we're
And
all good.
Preston, is he?
Oh yeah.
He's obviously not here yet. Is he gonna show up today? Or
I have not
I
heard.
think he's
no,
still on his
he has not
vacation in
texted.
Virginia Beach.
He
So
texted
we,
us. Yeah, he texted us last night, and I think the day
Nah.
before. or
we
the-
may be
actually
skipping
later.
2020 tech updates, but we do
Yeah,
have
our news anchor's
announcements.
Not here. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we do have announcements. But big shout out goes to our news anchor before we forget, because our news anchor always gives us news, and I'm glad he's having a good time in Virginia. So hopefully he'll catch the replay, if any.
Mhm.
So, Go ahead,
Or or if anything, I actually do have a bit of one contribution myself to the tech updates, and so
Okay,
this will be
cool.
just one particular article. It's involving gaming, but also accessibility, and so
Cool.
yeah, we'll get to that when tech updates come.
Yeah,
I
if
did
Preston
view that
doesn't
in the
come
group
on.
chat. Yeah, if Preston doesn't come on, we'll get to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in the group chat. I saw it.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm not a gamer, it seems interesting. But anyway, I think it's time to do some announcements. Now, I'm going to let our producer extraordinaire, Stacy, do hers first. So, Stacy, if you're ready, go ahead.
Yep, thank you, JC. Well, a couple of things. My YouTube channel is finally up, everybody. And right now I have some songs
Awesome.
that I've done through this app called Voicey. So if you go on YouTube, search for all one word. My stage name is Crazy Stacy 25, but it's spelled differently. So you want to search for KRAZEYSTACEY and the number 25. So Crazy Stacy 25, KRAZEYSTACEY 25. And I'll probably mention this again at the end, but with George, my lovely partner in crime's help, we want to give a really special shout out. I don't know this guy's last name, but his name is Ron. And he was nice enough. Leona, who has been on the show, sadly, the reason why we haven't heard much from her, she had a seizure, and unfortunately, her blood sugar dropped. She had a seizure. She fell backwards and hit her head really hard, and now is in rehab.
On concrete.
She hit it on concrete, and now she's in rehab. She's doing okay. She's just tired. It's really draining and taxing. Going through that.
Her voice is like very, very just. You can hear how tired she is.
I talked to her Sunday night, and we talked on Sunday night, but basically her tablet, which is what she was using for everything, phone calls and everything, broke. It doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
And if she hadn't had her Echo, she'd be completely off the grid. We would have had no idea. So, yeah, she messaged both of us, and we talked to her. But basically, this really nice. I put an ad out on Blind Trading Post and on Blind My Swap Shop, which are two buy, sell, and trade lists, explaining the situation that I was looking for a phone for a good price. And this one guy, he didn't have a phone, but his name is Ron. He was nice enough to donate $100 to the cause.
Wow.
So we were able to get Leona a new phone. I need to message that guy and see when he can ship it.
Yeah,
because I haven't heard anything.
We have community error, so I'm not sure.
But basically, he only asked for $100 for the iPhone SE 2nd Gen, and the guy that I bought it from, and then the guy donated $100. So all I really technically had to pay for was shipping.
Which is awesome.
So it didn't impact my bank account in any way because the other guy donated the money. So I really want to say, and Chris is the one I bought the phone from. So I really want to give a very special thank you to Ron and Chris, and also to all the people on Swap Shop and Trading Post who have sent me their offers to help out, and especially to Ron for donating the money. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. And who is calling me? I'm going to find out real quick.
That was so generous of that gentleman.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know, right?
Preston was actually Preston.
Oh, sweet. Going back to Stacy's channel. Also, if you look on the Visioncast YouTube channel, you'll and go under subscriptions, you'll see that the Stacy's channel is actually listed. So it's not private or anything. So yeah, you could officially select that channel on our channel and subscribe.
Yeah, I'll
Awesome.
subscribe to her. I'll subscribe to her.
Yeah, and I'll subscribe to you too. But yeah, that was spam.
I checked it out. It's
That-
a
that-
really good.
Yeah.
All spam. I don't like spam.
That was
calls.
spam, but thank you to Ron
Aw.
for being so kind to donate that money
Mhm.
for my friend.
Aww.
Aw.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was so
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I thought I was shocked.
My friend and lover, I should say. She's a lover.
See,
Not my girlfriend.
That
but
that is now that's like some inspiration that's so noticeable, and I admire people who like to donate. I admire people who like to who have like big hearts in every way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter like what school they're at or what charity event. They always try to provide the best for people. So I'm
yes.
let's just say I'm just compassionate about everything in the world that's going on, because
Mm.
I just it just breaks my heart to see so many people just dying, and
Yeah.
who are so innocent and did nothing wrong, and everybody's just trying to play who goes next or who's in line. No, it's not. The world shouldn't be like this.
No,
You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
a
The world should
contest.
not. Exactly. The world is not a contest. It should be, you know, the enjoyment of life and living on this earth before we even decease. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It shouldn't
That's
matter.
the point of life.
It
It
shouldn't
should
matter.
be.
It shouldn't matter who is on this earth. It shouldn't matter who comes from a different country or background. Everybody needs to be treated with respect, regardless of what their gender is and regardless of where they're coming from.
Right.
Exactly. As long as they're not
and
evil
someone
agree,
never
people.
Totally agree.
exactly
Right.
exactly. And if you see someone nice, you know just encourage them. Don't not encourage them for something that they're trying to do. And if heck, if one lady and one gentleman are having trouble speaking English, gosh darn well I will translate for them,
Right.
I would too
because
if
I
I
hate the
knew.
languages. Yes.
I speak Spanish. I haven't spoken it
Yeah.
in a while, but if I
Yeah,
know
but
it, yeah.
because
Cool.
if people don't know how to speak English, then yeah, I will translate for them in Spanish. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, so it's to sum it all up. Yeah, it's always good to to support, whichever yeah cause that this meant for like meant to be going in a good direction, and
Yeah,
so
of
yeah,
course.
it's always good to support
That's why I brought this up, because I want people to understand how this world should be treated, and not a piece of, because the world is not a garbage can, okay? It's not. The
Yeah.
world is beautiful, okay? There's so many different beautiful cultures out there, and people don't understand that, and that's what's so sad, because
That's true.
Yeah.
people want to be recognized for who they are, you know,
Hmm.
and small countries and the small businesses, they're willing to grow, but no one is willing to take them in, and that's not fair.
No.
Right.
That
Right.
people
But,
should just
yeah.
have a say.
But thank you to Ron for donating that money. We really
Mhm.
appreciate it. From
Yeah,
the bottom
I
of
Cool.
our
missed.
hearts.
Appreciate
I
it.
missed what you were talking about, but I'll listen to it in the replay.
Basically, I'll sum it up.
Sum it up.
Basically,
Oh no!
there-
Oh no! I'm sorry.
it's
Oh,
okay.
You're good. It's okay. It's okay.
It's all good.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Basically,
No,
Cause I-
I'm getting a call. I have to go. Apologies.
okay.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Right.
I'll summarize later. But yeah, thank you, Ron, for your very
Yeah,
kind
what's up,
offer
boss?
and your donation. George and I really appreciate it, especially since George. Do you want to tell the show about you and Leona?
Not yet, because about the teacher part, about the other part.
Well, you guys are on a trial basis, but I meant you told the show that, right?
Yeah.
Well, she did, but
Yeah.
yeah,
The virtual basis. Yeah.
but yeah, George is Leona's boyfriend, at least on a trial basis, but still, trial basis, boyfriend is still boyfriend. So
Mm-hmm.
we really appreciate. I mean, it's not. I mean, when they decide to tie the knot, I'll let them make the announcement together. But yeah, um, I forgot you already knew about the trial basis. But yeah, um, George and I really appreciate that. So thank you, Ron, for donating that money.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
JC, you said you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Oh yeah, I was waiting for you guys to finish so that I could
It,
share some.
wait, is Preston here or?
No, not
No.
yet. No,
No,
he's
I don't
not.
think
Yeah.
he is.
I don't think he'll be
Okay,
there for the
no.
rest of the episode, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, we got.
Good, good.
I guess you could actually go along with the announcement, and then I'll go on to that article that I have for the tech updates because it's 3:20 right now.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
go
I
ahead,
know.
DC.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay.
12:20. Tech
So
updates.
yeah. So so as you know, I have had my trusty PodTrack P4 now for at least about, let's see, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, July. That was 6 months now. I've had it for 6 months, and I unfortunately like the unit, but unfortunately there are some downsides to it. Meaning, first of all, the menus are unfortunately inaccessible, and you while you could check when you are recording, you probably don't know because there's no audible beep to tell you when you're recording. And when you record, there is obviously a hissing noise in the recording, which definitely none of you guys do not want to hear because
Yeah.
when I checked in previous episodes, especially for this podcast, you have heard me mute the microphone because of the hissing noise, and it's not that fun to hear hissing noise in a recording. So, it's not that fun. So,
Yeah.
there's this company. It's called, you probably heard of them. It's called Focusrite Audio Engineering. They're
Yes.
primarily made mainly for music production and other things. And their interfaces, such as the Scarlett interfaces, they're very, very, very affordable, especially when you
I
want
heard
music
of that.
productions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they came out recently with a podcast range called the Vocaster 1 and Vocaster 2. So I got in contact with a fine gentleman by the name of Daniel Hewley. He goes by Dan Hewley from Focusrite, and he is the senior marketing manager, and he and his team were the ones that came up with this tremendous idea. It was at a social dinner, talking about what the listeners want for creating their own podcast, and their mission is simple: moving barriers out of technology, because
Yes.
obviously they don't
Yeah.
want any technical barriers to happen. They want an easy, simple solution for anyone to start their own podcast with professional compression and other things of that nature. So I contacted Dan and I told him, plain and simple, I'm a totally blind user. I have another audio interface. I love the fact that you can record on there, which is nice, but the downside is the hissing noise and the menus, which I don't like because I have to constantly go into the menus, and if I make one wrong move, I have to reset the thing all over again, which could be a bit of a pain in the rear, and I do not like that at all. So basically, he emailed me on the same day, and he said, "When's your birthday?" And I said August 22nd, because as you know, my birthday is coming up. And
Right.
basically, I said August 22nd, and he's like, let me see if I can make your birthday wish come true. I'm going to see if I can send you a free Vocaster, free of charge for you to keep. No kidding. And
That is
on top of
amazing.
that,
That's cool.
yeah, on top of that, not only is he going to send me a Vocaster for free, because he's a very nice gentleman, and
Yeah.
I do
Oh,
want to
yeah.
shout you out, my brother Dan. If you come across this podcast, I want to shout you out because you are the most amazing and respectful person on Focusrite and the company in general. You always give out good information about the product in greater detail and all that good stuff, and you make podcasting for totally blind folks a step forward. And they're really committed to accessibility and feedback because when Jonathan Mosen, I'm not sure if you heard of the Mosen at Large podcast, where he demonstrated the Vocaster 2 from a blindness perspective. He demonstrated how easy it was, and it includes loopback built right in, so you don't have to worry about setting up. Yeah, I was like, what?
What?
Amazing.
So I was like, if I could bring all of you guys through Zoom, through loopback, and it's all virtual, this means that you can it installs with it's class compliant, meaning when you connect it to a computer, it's class compliant, and it actually installs the drivers in the background, and it creates for the Vocaster 2 14 channels, but in the Vocaster 1 13 channels. And you might be saying that's a lot of channels. Well, it is because it not only has the show mix, as they call it, where you can hear everybody, but you can
Right.
also hear the phone, and it also has Bluetooth on the Vocaster too. But I don't need Bluetooth because Bluetooth is not the best when it comes
It's
to
not device related, yeah, because
no,
I was, and speaking of devices, I actually, for music production, I
right?
have this I have this like mini MIDI keyboard, but I don't have it Bluetooth because the CMAsh engineer had told me that Bluetooth will cause a delay in your sound when you're trying to input notes into your GarageBand projects.
It,
Oh, right,
So
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
yeah,
it yeah
yeah.
like it doesn't it doesn't cause like a sound delay, but there's an input delay.
That's
And,
what I was trying to get at. Yes, thank you, Denny.
yeah. And JC, you chose a really good company because Focusrite. I mean, they're known for having equipment. And in fact, when I was actually going to college and I was taking sound recording classes, I saw the interfaces in the labs that they actually had at the college that I went to, and they actually used uh, Scarlett Focusrite on audio interfaces, and plus because of my latest studio upgrade, courtesy of BDS, I was able to I was able to get my very own Scarlett 2i2. I wasn't able to fully set it up yet because I still got to get a powered USB-C hub so that I can actually get everything hooked up, set up my speakers and everything, and then yeah, there we go. I have a full home studio setup that's pretty much somewhat full home studio setup that's meant for my iPad, and so yeah.
Was someone vacuuming?
Oh,
It sounds
that would be my mom.
sounds
My
like it.
mom is doing something
Oh,
upstairs.
I
She
was
was
like,
saying,
what?
yeah,
I don't
that's
know. Not
yeah.
a
If you heard
vacuum
that,
in the
guys, sorry.
podcast. I caught that.
Yeah,
I was like, uh-oh.
but
yeah,
yeah, Focusrite is a really good brand, so yeah.
they're very good. So anyway, so like I was saying, and the hub that they use and the software that they use to control it, it's called Vocaster Hub, and it is accessible on both Windows and Mac, with one exception. You can't tab across via Windows, but
Mm-hmm.
Focusrite hopefully will fix that in the next update. And not only is Dan nice enough that he's going to send me this for free to keep, but he's also going to put me in touch with one of the representatives from Focusrite so that I can share with them the screen reader experience on the Mac and how I use my screen reader to further enhance the software that is used to control the Focusrite line of controllers right from within the computer.
That's amazing.
That
Yeah.
it is one because when I saw the interface, normally you would pay $200 for the Vocaster 1 or $300 for the Vocaster 2, and that would be pretty darn expensive.
Yeah.
Extremely.
But but for that, I am still going to, keep my, current mixer for now for monitoring, but then once I get everything set up and everything configured and all that stuff, I will be able to use that. But that probably won't be till either before my birthday or after my birthday. And he said he's going to see if he can make that happen. So I will keep you guys posted. I will let you know when that happens. It's gonna be this is gonna be a significant podcast upgrade. Oh, and by the way, Beta 4 of iOS and Mac OS is out. So if any of you are on the beta bandwagon, I just installed it, and not for our podcast, but Stacy, you'll be happy to know that Clean Feed once again works. It has been restored. Safari messed it up on Beta 3. Now they fixed it on Beta 4. So just letting you know, if you want us to do our show or a test run on Clean Feed, I'm more than happy to do that. So just
I
let
don't
you know.
think we should do it publicly for the shows because everybody's so used to Zoom. But like for
Yeah.
private you and I think we could do it.
Yeah, that's why I said private, just us, not all of you guys. I mean, we're gonna still use Zoom for our sake, but for our sake, meaning everyone else's sake. But I'm saying for just you and I, that would be suited to use
Yeah.
Clean Feed and give it a go at it. So
Yeah, because Zoom is pretty much universal because of the pandemic, and so like everybody got so used to using it, and so it's best not to really like step away from something that people normally use, especially if we're especially since we do often have interviews. So
yeah. But we are, but for myself and Stacy, we are going to use Clean Feed for our private shows and interviews that will be.
Well, we'll at least test it out. I mean,
We'll
I'm not
test it
saying I'm
out.
gonna use it all the time. I'll
Okay.
test it with you to see.
Yeah, and then we'll give it a go once in a blue moon, not just every so often. We'll continue to use Zoom for the majority of this. But anyway,
Mhm.
so yeah, again, big shout out goes to Dan from Focusrite. He's an excellent audio engineer. And by the way, I just subscribed to their podcast, and yes, they do have a podcast called the Focusrite Pro Podcast, where they speak to audio engineers, artists in the music business. They speak to professionals. They actually had an interview with Josh, who is one of the main producers for such acts such as Method Man, Wu Tang Clan.
What?
Yeah, I subscribe to their
insane.
podcast,
big
and
names.
yeah,
Those are big names. Like you're talking legendary. I mean, legendary.
yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I just listened to his interview, and it's awesome. And I also checked out other interviews of the mainstream using the Vocaster, and it was such amazing that one little device is just a small size package that would let you stream and broadcast directly from your computer, and you can use your favorite microphone, whether dynamic or condenser. And yes, we will have a big birthday celebration virtually over Zoom, in addition to having one, in person for, just me and my family, or, but we'll get to that later. But that's my announcement. I wanted to say that this podcast is going to get a big, huge upgrade. It's a really huge upgrade, and the sound is going to get so professional. And no, it will not have reverb. It will not reverb. Reverb. Um, it will not have reverb, unlike what Tim, the audio professor, uses, but it has compression built in. It has 4 built in presets: radio, bright, warm, and clean. So, but radio is the most often effect that people use, so I will use the radio presets since it's very suited towards, well, radio. And you can't create your own presets, that's the downside, but they're going to put that in a future they will consider that for a future update that will allow anyone to create their own personal presets in addition to having the pre-configured ones, much like backpacks. So anyway, yeah, that's my announcement. This is going to be a big upgrade. So, again, Dan from Focusrite, thank you so much. I can't wait. I hope my birthday wish comes true, and if it does, I will let you know by sending a photo, or at least try to take a photo of my Focusrite Vocaster, and I will send you another shout out on the podcast. But you're getting a shout out right now in case you stumble across this podcast and are wondering what in the world are these strangers talking about. So although we're not strangers, we are good gentlemen and ladies doing a show about technology, randomness, and the whole 9 yards. So
Oh yeah.
and plus our producer Stacy, if it wasn't for her extraordinaire in editing, we would not have this particular podcast. And the fact that she does the meeting planning on Zoom, mind you, because yeah.
Preston as well.
Oh yeah, and Preston too. Yeah, we
Don't forget about him because
yeah, he's the funny guy. He's the funny.
He-
Yeah, he does have.
yes, he is.
Yeah, he does have background noise and all that. Just like we all have background noise in our part of the world, apart from this podcast. But hey, we gotta live with it at some point. So
Yep.
Anyways, I think it's
Yeah.
yeah. So anyways, I think it's about time. So what do you guys? Should we get into it?
Heck yeah.
This is time for the
Alright.
20 time tech. I mean, the 2020
Well.
20 tech
No.
updates.
No, good try, Phil. Good try.
20 tech updates.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Quiet down and concentrate, you knuckleheads.
Yep. Anyway, it's time for 2020 Tech Update. This is where we give the listeners a glimpse on what's coming up in the world of technology. And unfortunately, since our news anchor is on vacation, which shout out goes to Preston again, good luck with your shout out. You will definitely listen to the replay later. Denny has a very special treat for you guys, and it's actually an article related to not only gaming but accessibility. So I'm going to shut my mic off and pass it to Denny, aka H Streets. Go ahead.
All right, so according to MP First, which is actually a website that I haven't actually heard of, but I actually found out about that through GameSpot, which is actually a YouTube channel that I'm actually subscribed to myself. But yeah, they've in the video they've actually shown different things they actually have to know about the upcoming game Saints Row by Deep Silver and Volition. And so in Saints Row, you pretty much manage your own sort of criminal organization to pretty much take over a city called Santo Ileso, which is actually where the game takes place. And so so with that being said, this game is rated M for mature. So parents don't let your kids play this unless they're actually you have 16 or 18 or whichever and above. But that's pretty much the synopsis of the story, I believe. Well, yeah, the summarization of it. But we're here to pretty much speak about the accessibility features. So there will be elements that will be implemented into the settings where you can actually customize the HUD and also pretty much set whatever you would actually like on the screen. Plus, they actually have quite a few things that are set for motor disabilities as well. They do have some visual things to pretty much adjust on the screen as well, but they haven't really confirmed that there will be any kind of waypoint enlargements or editing or whichever on there. Like for example, on the bonus episode that I actually had made for this podcast. I've actually said that you can actually like set the size of the waypoint marker on within the Spider-Man game. So you can actually like set the size of the waypoint marker, which will actually let you know where to go. They haven't confirmed that yet for Saints Row, but yeah, we'll just have to see when the game comes out, and possibly even if Steve Saylor, which have actually made a recommendation for at the end of the bonus episode. We'll see when and if he actually reviews it. And so they have quite a few things to pretty much like adjust in there as far as the HUD, and they haven't really said anything about auto aim, which has actually been implemented into different other games. But sadly, Saints Row as a series, they have not really been known to have any kind of auto aim feature to actually help aiming at targets. But yeah, there will be more revealed as time goes by, and Saints Row is actually set to release on August 23rd of this year, and so yeah, I've actually pre-ordered it, and so I'm actually speaking a little bit out of experience due to the previous games, Saints Row 1 through 4, which had actually been going on through like between the early to mid 2000s to 2013 or 14, and so yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow, that's nice that game
That's pretty good.
has
Yeah.
accessibility features in it, and it's gonna be released after my birthday. Yay!
Awesome!
I know, right?
Another
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that's
Can't wait for that.
that's a real good one.
Now if only other games could do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
because
Go ahead, Paige.
yeah, because and I'm pretty sure you've heard of Wii Sports Resort, right?
Yeah.
There's this one game that I cannot stand playing, and that is archery, because the target moves so fast.
It's
Mhm.
hard.
Even though
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
black and green, which I wish that they did it on. I wish that they had like a high contrast mode so you could really be able to see the target better.
Mhm.
And I wish that they would release it on iOS devices, because my God, I don't want to have to like, because if I'm at my grandparents' house, I want to be able to play it everywhere I go, and
Sadly,
that's not possible.
with a lot of Nintendo games, I mean, especially if it was on the Wii or Wii U or previous platforms pre-Switch, they may not they don't actually transfer their stuff onto mobile platforms. I mean, they do have like certain properties that are on mobile, but as for full-blown games that they actually have on their consoles, they don't actually transfer those over to any kind of mobile platform. But
Man,
Yeah,
I
know.
wish they did though, because that would be so much easier.
I think the only game
Yeah.
that had, the only game that, from what I've known, the only game that is Mario Kart.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Only
not a
on the
big
Wii
fan of Mario
bowling.
Kart.
Yeah, or Wii Bowling. Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah,
Wii
Wii Bowling's
bowling?
always fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love
Wii
Wii
bowling,
Bowling.
absolutely. I can play for hours, guys.
If you're
But
really
yeah.
excited about something,
Yeah, I
you
know
play Wii
Mario
bowling,
Run.
nothing
When
else.
Mario Run came out in 2016, that was made available for iOS, and Tim announced it
I just-
during the Apple event in September of
I
2016.
just wish that they would have done more to incorporate that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
yeah.
Because it would have
Yeah.
been so much easier for me to at least play that game. You know, because
Yeah.
I can see it on a smaller screen. I'm like, oh, okay, there's the watermelon. There it is.
If you guys have actually heard the bonus episode that I've actually made for this podcast, then you'll definitely know that a lot of developers are pretty much like making making games more accessible, and it's a pretty decent time for anyone to get into gaming. And so yeah, there's definitely a lot more to come. If you actually want to check out the bonus episode yourself, then yeah, you can actually go a bit deeper back into the podcast and on all podcasting platforms, or you can actually look onto my gaming channel, which I've actually stopped making content for a while ago, and yeah, it'll be in one of the most recent videos.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's really cool. So, as I said before, and by the way, if you just tuned into the podcast, this is Visioncast with JC and friends. JC is here along with the rest of the crew. Stacy had to do something. I don't know.
I'm back now. Yeah,
Oh, there
Haley
you are.
Haley was suspending. Haley was suspending some of the lines that we weren't using anymore, so I kind of
Okay.
had to go help her out.
Okay. I was wondering because I was about to say you were doing something. You were probably taking a phone call or something.
What were you trying to ask me?
No, I wasn't asking you. I was just making sure that you were present.
Yeah, I'm present, but yeah, I stepped away for a bit.
Anywho,
Yeah,
speaking of
I
stepping
was
away, I do need to get back to work.
Okay, Phil.
Okay.
There.
Alright.
Quick
Okay.
shout out.
Awesome. It was nice talking to you.
Oh,
though.
quick shout
You
out.
too.
Yeah.
Quick shout out. Thank you for the I just want a quick shout out to the Visioncast team. Hope you guys are all doing good. It's been a great show. Also give a shout out to Haley. Hope you're feeling better. And to Leona, please get well. Hopefully we'll hang out one day and chat and stuff. Hope everything's all good. I'd like to give a shout out to our producers, Danny and Stacy. Great job, always. JC, you're the man.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks.
And Doodle spilled the milk, right, Phil?
Of course,
No,
always.
No, he did
God.
not. No.
Yes, he did. And
God.
shut your trap.
Just
Yeah, and
go.
Phil's the pain in the butt.
Toys,
Phil's always the
go
pain
I
in the
knew
butt.
that was coming.
Wow.
No.
Anyway, yep, and
Oh.
thanks again, Denny, for that great tech information about the accessibility
That's
of the
awesome.
game.
Yes,
that's
thank
pretty
you.
cool. And hopefully I'll get a review from you when you get a chance to play with it once it comes out, because you already
Yes,
pre-ordered it.
I have pre-ordered the game because I have actually played the past 4 games within the series before they rebooted, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a reboot for the entire series, and so I've kept up with them since the early 2000s. I haven't played the very first Saints Row game, but like in the 2000s, but I have played 2, 3, and 4 because I've actually before I actually had a PS3 and also I never really had like any of the Saints Row games on my PS4 when I actually before it actually gave out on me, but yeah, it pretty much like goes over the top. So like let's say in gaming, let's say that's the MCU, but yeah, they pretty much pulled off a Deadpool. So yeah.
Yeah, they pulled it off.
Nice.
So,
like I said for Saints Row, yeah, it is rated M for mature. So there's bound to be a bit of a bit of cussing, a bit like a lot of mayhem, maybe a bit of gore. I mean, yeah, it's
Probably because
But-
of like. It probably because of bloodshed too on the screen,
Yeah.
and kids don't want to see that.
well, they shouldn't see that. So
No. I'm just saying because
that's why I gave the warning. It's rated M for mature. So yeah.
yeah, that's the type of game I wouldn't be playing. Even though I'm 25 years old, I still don't think that it's appealing to me because who wants to see that? That is like so disgusting. Like
I mean, it depends on the demographic. I mean, there's some people who like it and some people who might not. I mean,
I'm
Yeah.
just like,
For me personally, I don't like. Well, I don't like cuss words that much. I mean, my dad has the mouth of a sailor, but but I
Oh
try to.
my gosh.
But I pre-ordered that game because I like the concept that they're actually going for. Like there's an open world. There's like a lot of progression and stuff like that. Like character customization. I mean, and I'm a creative person, and so yeah, I'd like that. That's something kind of well, yeah. That all makes up for that. But yeah.
No,
Oh
I'm
wow.
yeah, I'm not into like because trust me, I have met people who I have met like other people like on the street who would be cursing out like sailors. I'm like, oh my god, just let me get out of this scene. I don't appreciate the cursing. I never was a big fan of it, and I honestly don't know why it should exist in the English category language, because that is like it's just not my lingo. Okay, it's not something I'm not comfortable. I don't want to hear other people cursing because first of all, that is not what I was brought up with. That that shouldn't be the case because if I hear another curse word, I would just probably shut my bedroom door and just like get some soundproof cancel gate or something. Cause I just no way. It's just not my style of living.
Right, like um yeah, I like this is my personal opinion on this subject matter, but yeah, I think there are better ways to pretty much like express yourself than cursing. There are
Exactly. I mean, there's and I think out of all the expression that you can possibly do, I think music is such a powerful way to get it out.
Now here's the thing. You got to use it in the right way as well because
Yes.
I believe that music is actually more than just what you listen to. It's what you
Yeah.
process as well. And so if you're processing a
It's
whole bunch of cuss words and stuff like that, and then that's
no, no, but I find an alternative to like I would sing like more powerfully if I'm angry, but I'll sing softly if I'm like happy. But if I'm angry, then that's when my hard rock voice comes out.
I
If you
never
know what
heard
I
you
mean.
sing hard rock before. Never.
Oh, you have not heard me sing rock. Well, hopefully I'll probably produce if I get in some Apple class lessons, I can probably produce a hailstorm cover for all of you guys to check
Oh,
out.
cool. Nice.
Oh, that would be dope.
Yeah, I just gotta find the right song though. I just gotta find the right song. Oh, there's so many good songs by them. It's not funny.
Yeah,
But
that would be
I'm
pretty
willing to
cool.
learn. I'm willing to learn GarageBand in any way, shape, or form I can. I don't mind like getting out a MIDI keyboard and just experimenting or whatever. Because the editing window is
I'm actually really
visual.
good at GarageBand. I could help you out, Paige.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Stacy.
sure
I
is.
like you already. Um, I like you all as well. But anyway, I because the editing window is kind of tricky, but thank God to Apple. They have made it success. They had made it a little bit accessible for me, which I'm talking about voiceover, and I am so happy they did. My
yes,
God, I applaud you, Apple. I love
yes.
you, Apple.
Yes, I've addressed the update that they've actually put out last year on on the show before,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they have definitely made a bit of an overhaul to the accessibility features for iOS,
You
and
know what happened? You know what the crazy thing happened was I actually wrote on Apple's website, right?
Mhm.
About GarageBand. I said, please put some accessibility features like voiceover on the editing pad, so at least I get a taste. They listened to me. I'm so happy they did, because number one, I can't even see out of my gosh darn left eye. I am so happy that they have listened to all of their customers, and they're so willing to take care of anyone who is blind or visually impaired. That's why I rely on voiceover so much, even though it gives me trouble sometimes, and I call it a male thing, because because my grandmother actually says if something is going on with a computer or a laptop, she usually tells me it's a male machine, and I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? I just, it's kind of like saying, hey, you're not working, why aren't you working, kind of thing. So that's why I'm so in love with Apple, because they have supported me, like, from the first iPhone that I've gotten to now. They have just been so amazing at what they do. So
I like Apple too. I like Android too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I call it a Stacy thing. If I have problems, I'm like, it's a Stacy problem. It's a Stacy.
You know what? You're a
But
problem.
definitely, no, because the thing is, Stacy.
Go ahead,
The thing is,
Paige.
Stacy, I don't like there's one thing about the touch instruments in GarageBand that I'm like really fond of, that I'm not really fond of, is that they're so touch sensitive.
I like that,
I try
actually.
to hit like a seat. No,
Yeah.
for me, it's not convenient for me, because they're like smushed together, and
Yeah, you have to be careful.
Yeah, because I was trying to do a chord
progression, and you hit the wrong
Thank you.
thing.
Oh my God! Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
My stupid tongue just.
Well, what I'll
got
do,
tongue-tied.
I'll send you my number privately, and I can help you out with GarageBand if you want it.
Oh, thank you so much. Because I because I want to start producing covers on my own, and I would love to get
I'll
some
help you
advice
out.
from you and
Actually,
Danny.
I can send your card for you if you want.
Yeah, you.
Oh, you have.
Wait, I
you
have
your
your number.
contact?
Yeah.
I
I've
have
had it
your
for a while.
number. Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't
I
think.
sent
I don't have hers.
confirmation.
I don't think
Yeah,
you have
I
Well,
mine.
I
do you?
can.
Did you get my number from somebody?
Well, I
Or from
have
a
it in the
WhatsApp group?
chat. I can. Yeah, I have it in the chat. I can.
I'll send you
Yeah.
a message.
Yeah. Send me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Apple
there's
is actually amazing. They do listen to their consumers and customers,
Yeah,
and
they do.
it's
And I put some stress. I don't know if you noticed this, but I didn't put it all in caps, and I was just putting it in quote voiceover, please, Apple, and they were like, okay, she's like, okay, she's really wanting voiceover in GarageBand. Like, she wants it so bad.
along with other consumers. Yeah.
Yeah, I was one of the many consumers that had the voicing, and I'm like, it's not fair. Come on, Apple, please give it to us. And they finally did. So thank you, Apple. Ooh, thank
Wow.
you. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, because the thing is, I'm so used to a MIDI keyboard setup, and I'm like, okay, this will be good, but I would have to. I think producing on my Mac with the input of my MIDI keyboard is so much easier because I can just hit a shortcut and it will select the region, and I can just hit Q for quantize. I think it's so much easier because I'm so familiar with the computer keyboard. Yeah, I could do it on my iPad Pro, but then you'd have to go around with your pencil, and I'm like, well, I don't have time for that.
Right. Like here's the thing with GarageBand and also Logic and almost any DAW.
Good God, if they have incorporated.
Here's the thing with those DAWs, they're meant to be for if you have pretty decent keyboard or piano skills, and and
Which
so
I
they actually they do have the edit window, because it's meant for editing purposes, but in my case, I only play the piano by ear, and I'm not really professional at
But
all that.
but let me
But
tell you something. But let me tell you something, Denny. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I mean, the more piano skills you have, the more better you're gonna become and getting it. Um, and I think that it's really important that people with visually impairment, because I can hear by ear. I know how it should sound, right?
yeah,
But the producing it is the hard part. Once you listen to the track back and you're like, oh, okay, this is how it should sound, then you're okay. It's just like getting to the process of it. You're like, oh, come on, because remember I had to produce a oh my god, it was a nightmare. I was in my bedroom. I was on my Mac computer and I was in GarageBand and I had to do a composition uh it was a composition of four instruments. Oh my god. Boy, did I keep messing up and messing up and messing up. I and it kind of got to me. I was able to get it done by 11 like 59 at night, just to submit it, and I was like, "Oh god." It took me like a whole day basically to I was like, "Never again. Never again."
but yeah, these DAWs are they're like once you actually have a good set of piano skills, yeah, they they'll be like pretty much like within your reach, but in my case, which leads into the topic that we've actually touched in, as a bit of a deleted scene from the Showcase 7 episode from a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I don't I don't play any particular instrument. Yeah, because of many different factors. One for the piano, I a whole bunch of tension just builds up in my right side, and because of my condition, I mean I yeah, and also the way I was born, there were definitely some deformities, and quite a few things that have actually caused all this to happen. And so because of tension and a few other things, I can't really play the piano that well. And for the guitar, it's kind of the same thing, but add on to that the different positions for your fingers and stuff like that. Whew, yeah, that could be quite a lot, but yeah, I have found what actually works for me in GarageBand, and that'll actually carry across any other DAW that I come across as
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
If you actually have an edit window, yeah, it's meant to edit different notes and stuff like that. Yeah, as far as placing, yeah, I could easily do that. It takes a bit longer than a typical piano player or whichever,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
it works. I mean, I've actually shown many different instrumentals and songs on here.
Which is so impressive.
I do what I can, but yeah,
It's
and
so
yeah,
nice.
you just gotta find out what works for you on whichever
Mhm.
platform you actually go on.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, I don't mind taking the time to learn what editing is. I don't mind learning how to cuz I'm good at playing notes, right? I'm good at cuz I've learned that when I was little. So I took that skill and try to make it as perfect as I could. And it was like my hands would my hands would sweat every single time I messed up, and I'm like, ew, no. It was like getting everywhere. I'm just like, oh my God, I need to stop right now. And I noticed that time was ticking, and she actually gave me a fair grade. She actually gave me like a 19 out of 25, and I was like, I'll take that out over a 0. All right.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing. And she goes, I get it. You're trying to produce, and you're just amateur, and you're just trying to do your thing, and I give you credit. And I'm like, thank you, because I kept messing up, which, and I mean, you make it so easy almost.
You mean I make it look so easy? I mean, this, yeah, like, this is not to really brag or anything, but like, yeah, at times I may make it look easy, but like, all this came with time and experience, and just a whole bunch of practice with these things that may have actually worked. And so, like, for example, when I actually saw, well, the way that I actually came across the edit window was like, well, I've actually taken a MIDI class in college, and so
Right.
when they actually went over the edit window, then I figured, hey, this could definitely work for me within GarageBand. I mean, it's a different DAW, but it's still an edit window, and it was built upon the basics of GarageBand, or vice versa. But yeah, it's like it all came within a bit of time, and then yeah, fast forward until today, and I'm in the final stages of preparation for my instrumental project, and that's yeah,
Yeah.
here we are today.
Yeah, but if any, I would take any advice that I'm willing to take, and I appreciate volunteers wanting to help me out, especially Stacy and George and you and Eddie and whoever.
Right. Well, one thing that I would definitely highly advise you to do is not be afraid to experiment. I mean,
Right.
as a musician, a lot of interesting things and inspiring ideas may come out of just experimenting, dabbling with different instruments, or even just doing something very different. Like for my instrumental project, I actually came up with this instrumental called "Take a Load Off," and so it actually starts off with an Afrobeat style, and at some point after the first verse, I didn't know which direction to take it in, and so I just switched up the style, and now it's like part Afrobeat and part lo-fi.
Oh yeah, I was like, man, and because my my instrumental for my class consisted of 4 instruments. It consisted of 2 piano parts, 2 flute parts, 1 French horn, and 1 saxophone. And oh my God, thank goodness I didn't have to do it in harmony. Cause
Oh
good
wow!
Lord, it was so hard. I was like, I'm never gonna get this done. And then
Sounds
I was
like
like,
it.
no, no, no. Yeah, it was so hard.
Oh,
And
speaking of that, what page?
I'll actually put one of the instrumentals. I actually did. I think I saved one of the instrumentals that I did in my class, and I'll probably show that in the chat. In the Vision Cast group chat.
Speaking of that, I did send you my contact card page, so you should
Oh,
have it.
okay. I'll just put you in as, Stacy, and then your last name or something if you just want, because I have
to you.
I have another Stacy, so that I always like to put people's last names so I don't
Wait, I
get them
sent you the
confused.
whole card. It says my full name and it has Stacy in the nickname field. That's how I did it. So that way you can have it. But yeah, I sent you my contact.
Thank you.
So we can message about GarageBand and all that stuff.
Yes, let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, and
And
Phil.
Haley, that is not forbidden. Go ahead, Denny. Haley said forbidden as a joke, and I told her no. Go ahead, Denny.
But yeah, wait a second. Forgot what I was gonna say. But
Forbidden.
Point blank.
Oh no!
Can somebody do
He'll
me a
get back
favor
to
and
it.
tell Haley that coffee is forbidden?
No, it's not forbidden. You're forbidden.
Yikes.
Oh,
Okay.
She wants to tell me what I'm forbidden to talking to friends. Well, then she can't drink coffee.
Forbidden
Forbidden.
too. I forget. Yep, I forget.
Anyways, well,
I'm not allowed to audio edit anymore, apparently.
Nope, you're forbidden. I forget.
No, your audio editing is
And your coffee
awesome.
business
You're
failed.
Yeah.
You're amazing at audio editing.
Yeah,
He sure is.
yeah,
No,
and
COVID.
so for for anything involving music or even or even video or audio editing or just creating any kind of content, it's best to find out what works best for you, and find ways that you can actually improve and expand upon that, and so it's pretty awesome. So
Yeah, it was like no, because one time I remember going into my garage band on my old iPad Air, and I was like playing the entrance. I was actually playing the entrance of Over and Over to Denny. He was like, that's what it is, and I'm like, yay! And he's like, and then he decided to. I'm like, okay, fine, you can produce it for me.
yeah.
I'm producing it myself, and he was like, no, don't
And
worry about it.
that reminds me of what I was going to say before, but yeah, since you actually have Stacy's contact info, she'll definitely be able to help you out a bit more. Well,
Yeah.
Efficiently, especially since you actually say that the GarageBand on the Mac is actually like a bit easier, and so
Yeah,
she'll
it is.
definitely be able to help you out with that. And so
Yeah, it is easier. I can help you out with both iOS and Mac. So
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're the best.
I am a Mac
Yeah.
user, and I'm deep in the Apple ecosystem. I've tried Android and I like it, but I like Apple way better.
It's funny because
I tried
like,
Android.
Apple
also.
does
I
not
didn't-
suck. You suck.
I tried Android, but I didn't like it.
Oh, no, she just did not go there.
Good suck.
Hello, Denise.
And Denise is back.
Denise.
I
That's
knew
how I
that
make
piano
my,
signal.
that's exactly how I'll just come back from now on. I'll do when
Make
I
your
when I
entrance
come
by
back
down the
piano.
when I come back I'll do when it's something hilarious or that's not fun, I'll just do that, and then if it's something mega awesome, I'll go so like
Nice.
perfect.
I like
No,
that
but-
sound effect. I want it, by the way, where you
Yeah,
did
but,
that on the piano. I want that. I want
okay,
that.
I'll record you a little something, sure.
I
No,
want that
but
for my wah
honestly,
wah wah or
because-
Uber sound effect. I want that.
I'll record
No,
you.
but like, no, but actually,
Oh, at the piano though?
it's good.
No, what you were doing just
Oh,
now.
the-
Yeah, that. I want that.
Yeah.
You want it just like that from or yeah, from
The way you just did it. The way you just. Yeah.
like that. Okay. All right.
Fast
Yeah, that
slide
was
on the
pretty
keys
cool, though.
there.
That's or however it was. I'll
Yeah.
record
Yeah,
it.
go on.
I want to do that.
I'll record it for you. You'll
No.
get it from me today.
Okay.
True that, but
I love
yeah, I was
that.
trying to.
You started from
Yeah, I
the
was
high and went
trying-
low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
I was
from-
trying to do.
Very decent roll.
Thank you. I try.
Mhm.
Thoughts or prayers also for Matt Whitaker.
You
He's
got it.
under the weather,
So,
Yikes.
Oh.
but
Yeah.
he's
Aw.
negative. He's negative for COVID, so that's good.
Well, at least he's
good.
negative for COVID. That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, because everybody's been telling me just do a song in GarageBand with like just a simple drum beat and a piano and whatever, because and you're free per harmony. I mean, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then
Do you know how to play, Paige? Anything? Just curious.
not a full song completely, but I do know how to play scales and stuff like that. I'm not
We should collaborate.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Do you want me to just I don't know, cause
I mean, that's what JC and I did. I played piano and he sung.
Yeah, that's what I did.
We
Yeah,
both
I
both
played,
sung.
I sang, and
We both
yeah, we
sang,
both
actually.
sang. But she played
I
piano.
actually
Whoops.
like the song "Can You Be My Stacy." That's like really sweet on voice.
I want to be your Stacy. Yeah.
I want to be your exactly, and I was like, oh.
Was that the one that was auto tuned?
Yeah, that had
Yes,
auto tune.
I
But it
heard
was
that,
so
yeah.
good though.
Oh,
No, and
That's awesome.
because I didn't think about it, and it's more thing to produce than it is to mix. So I don't know how to mix, but I know.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
both have different things. Mixing's a
Mhm.
whole other ball game.
No, I know, but when you're done making it,
When you finish, yes.
yeah.
One
The-
thing is
That's
to
what I was
lay
getting.
down the foundation for the recording. The other
Mhm.
part is where it gets harder, and you actually need a professional.
It is. Yeah, mixing is hard.
Right, like I've actually in the past I've actually seen a YouTube video where someone within the music industry actually like did say something that was a pretty bold point. Some people were actually made to be to be artists, and some were actually made to be scientists. And so there's when it comes to mixing and stuff like that, it's like science experimenting and with different levels or EQ levels or
And I can
plug-in.
do both. I can mix and I
Yeah.
can produce, but
Yeah,
mixing is tough.
Yeah, but I leave I'm just because I don't know what category I fall into because I'm just starting to learn.
Right.
And as far as that goes, you're pretty much like in the
You're a
creative field.
beginner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Right.
the creative. Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I personally, well, I can only go so far, but I mean, I'm learning
You just said it
along
with
the
all
way.
honesty.
I'm learning along the way. Well, that's another reason I'm going to Full Sail. And
Well,
actually,
we all are
by the
learning.
way, I
Mhm.
need to update you guys, and I hate to do this now while we're on another subject, but it's just because I had to take a call for a while from a friend that
Okay, go ahead.
usually hangs with me. So, I don't know if I should be doing this here or just wait. I guess
Go
I'll
ahead
just do it
and
here.
do it. I mean, we're in the randomness section, I guess.
It's gonna get blah.
random.
Yeah. I
Did my video stop?
No, you're okay.
No, you don't have video.
You don't have video.
What?
You don't have
Oh,
video
snap.
going. What? I don't know what you're.
No video.
I don't know. Paige is talking to herself.
Wait.
I think.
You're good.
You're good, Paige.
Oh,
Go ahead.
am I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no video thing, I believe.
No. Go ahead.
Well, your camera's active,
Oh,
but luckily we're only recording the
just
audio.
recording the audio. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Oh, good.
Even if it recorded video, there would be a video file, but it's a separate file in Zoom.
Hold on.
And I'm recording. We're using the audio hijack recording as the main recording. Zoom is just as backup in case the internet fails.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to check everything.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Denise.
Unfortunately, I didn't make it to training. I fell
You didn't
asleep.
make it to training?
No, I fell asleep. A friend of mine contacted me and we talked for hours about other things. She thought, I don't really want to get into the whole story as to details because there are certain things that are probably they're not overly personal, but this isn't the place to bring things up like this.
Would you want me to pause the recording in audio hijack until, and that way you can bring it up and then I'll resume it?
No. It's really something that the problem is it's part of it is just it has to do with my relationship with God and stuff. Basically, the short story of anything is I just didn't allow myself to experience certain healing and whatever from pain of sorts. Anyway, my friend was also extremely concerned for my safety considering the time. And it was a long drawn out thing that we all discussed, but I was like, well, I mean, by the time I was going to finally get to bed, it was already barely like 11. So there's no way I would have been able to get up. I called the company the following day, told them what happened, and they said, well, unfortunately, I got into a little bit of trouble because I'd gotten some missed attendance points. But the very short end of the story after that is I basically thought about it really, really hard. And unfortunately, places like retail and whatever, it seems just like they kind of just, they want to keep you as much as they can, but once you start, unfortunately, with the workforce, eventually it's extremely difficult to just leave. You don't want to leave a bad record, and in your thing when you could have avoided it in the first place. So I thought about it, and I don't think it was time yet. So
So are you not gonna do the Amazon job then?
Not right now.
So you're
That's
gonna.
like if happens in future happens.
So are you going to take back your withdrawal?
Well, no, the withdrawal still there, but I didn't get the approval for the 6 months because I didn't ask for it. I'm not going to ask for it anymore.
Can you say that you don't want to be withdrawn anymore? That you decided not to?
No, the withdrawal is only until August 1st, so I'll just start the new course on August 1st.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll restart the course on August 1st. That's what will happen. But, I mean, first, I really think, I really thought about it, too, and I'm like, well, because even she asked me, she's like, point blank, like, just spit it out. What is the very first thing you could actually, what would you really want to do if you had anything? And I was like, well, I certainly want to continue doing something with what I enjoy, And she's like, well, there, that should seriously be your answer. You can't just start and keep aborting processes, is what she called it.
Well, they should have worked with you, though. You're being blind and expecting you to show up at 1:45 a.m. They should have been more accepting and worked with you better.
And no, but I didn't talk, I didn't talk to them about it because my concern was this. Okay, if I went and I really didn't like it, what if that would have prevented me from getting back with them later?
Yeah.
What if I did want to do it later? And I don't want to tell that to my family. I mean, I might just say, I talked to them and I just decided right now it's not for me. Maybe in the future,
Well,
but
you have plenty of time to decide,
Yeah, I just really hope that I didn't ruin it by that happening. What if
I don't think so.
But that's really 1:45. That's a lot to ask, especially of a blind person who has a hard time traveling. That's asking a lot.
Right.
Especially when it comes to risking safety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I did say that. I did. I really would have wanted to talk to somebody, but
I
nobody
wouldn't.
called. I simply just got a letter of with the resignation there that
I don't work nights. I don't travel at night unless I'm with someone.
Right.
Right, of course.
It's
No,
for
I don't-
safety. Yeah.
I mean, and if I do anything like that, well, then it better be someone I pay for to do that, because especially like Uber or Lyft, you have the safety of if something were to happen,
Yeah, but
you could always,
Yeah, the last time I generally try not to travel by myself at night.
Right.
Just as a safety precaution, because you never know.
And that was the other thing she said, that my friend was talking about. What if something did happen? And, screw policies. People can take advantage of that.
Exactly.
That was her thing.
yeah.
And
For sure.
that was her thing. And, I mean, I get the concern. But at the same time, I'm kind of I guess I was unfortunately also enticed by the opportunity. If I really think about it, I really was. Because it seemed amazing. It just was like a way out of my debts, you know? So I just thought, well, it sounds great, but
But if it doesn't
what did
work, it's not gonna work.
what did I commit to first, though? That's just it. What did I start with first? What did I want first? And I had, first started with Full Sail. So I might as well learn to finish what I started. That was the whole
Exactly.
point.
And that,
Yeah, don't get distracted.
yeah, and the thing is too that what I did after high school, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to get a job right away. I'm going to go get my AA degree from Valencia and then find the job. That's what I did. And I feel like it all paid off at the end because yes, work can be tiresome, but it motivates you more. It motivates you to put time management first and your
Yeah.
priorities first before anything else. And I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
one key and I think that's the one key opponent that you were kind of missing because you didn't know whether you wanted the job from Amazon or you wanted Full Sail first. So if you're going to Full Sail, try to focus on that when you graduate, then you can focus on the Amazon because I think if you try to do things both at the same time, I think it's just going to stress you more because that's what a lot of people say when they have jobs in school that they get
Right.
so tired and they forget their assignments.
Yeah,
So
and then
that's
trying
why
to
I
juggle
focused.
that. Yeah.
Mhm. It's going to be hard. It's going to
And
be hard.
what's even harder is if you have kids. That's even harder.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
That's
For
what they
anyone.
say.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I believe it.
I've actually met a mom that who was going through that and I understand how it is, for parents who are going to school and they got to take care of their children, feeding them, they got to do their homework, and
A lot of time
so
management that has to be done.
it's a lot of
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
yes,
lot
it's
to
a lot of time
balance.
management. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
lot.
And then the other thing is accruing, vacation or getting time off. Supposedly was more for people that were in full
To work
time
full time.
positions. Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that
Yeah.
anyway. Look, maybe after I'm done, maybe if there's a reasonable time frame to do it. Sure.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and you have nothing to lose, Denise. I mean,
Uh,
it's not like, oh, you got to do this right away. Oh, you got to do this right away. No, take your time with whatever you're doing first and then focus on the things that you want to do after. Because
exactly.
now, if you're in school, now you got to focus on school. Before you didn't because you didn't think you were going to go back. But since you are, I would recommend that you focus on what you need to focus on. And then when school is done, after you get your thing done, you can easily start thinking about other plans, just like I did after Valencia. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, and it,
And
and
I
it
mean, and I
doesn't have to
thought
be
about it.
rushed.
I thought about it too because it's like
Mhm.
I don't really want a full blown business with
No, and
this because it's already as it is. There's a
hmm
whole thing about the taxes to keep the business
Yeah.
yeah,
and all kinds of stuff. I don't want to do that. I would prefer to, yeah, offer service, but take it like one person at a time, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, just
That way
Yeah.
I can really take my time and not feel
Exactly.
rushed, you know?
absolutely, because no one wants to feel rushed in any type of process. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Now, if you want to
Exactly.
do it full time steady, like, seems that my, or, well, this is interesting. Yeah. I think, no, actually, I think, what is he doing? I don't remember if he's in school at this point right now or not. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think he's on vacation right now. my friend. But anyway, and then I've got another friend who only does that. Problem is, he hasn't gotten clients in forever. So, of course, that's pretty depressing to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I get his pain because I'm trying to start my own business and it's not easy.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately,
But yeah.
he's offered and I've declined his offers for work in a polite fashion. I'd say I was gonna maybe look into it, but problem is he charges a lot more than our friend does. So, and the only reason is because we asked for him to please drop the price if possible, because that's a little hard to afford. But
Mm-hmm.
it would be easier to afford, and maybe even easier for him to make that kind of money faster.
Yeah.
Us. So it's a little hard.
Yeah, but
I
sometimes,
understand.
yeah, but Denise, you gotta understand one thing, and time management is so important, especially if you have a lot on your plate.
School is enough
And
for me. And then
yes.
also I like to visit my friends. So in order to go
Mm-hmm.
visit them, if I'm still in school and if there are times where I'm not actually tied to my equipment, like now, I am now, but I could obviously unplug my laptop and take it, Hi
Here's
George.
here's what I want you to consider, Denise. Okay, you set up a schedule for your school, right?
It's already set.
Yeah, but no, but I'm talking assignment wise, just to help you
I
manage
just do it in order. I do
I
it in
know,
order
like
of appearance.
yeah, but the thing is, if you got multiple, just take
It's
it day
a
by
week,
day.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a whole week's worth in per module per
Mhm.
week. It's one module, and there's a variety of things to do. But of course, there's certain deadlines for certain things, so I make sure to work on as much as I can on that first.
Absolutely. Yep,
And
that's
then
what I did.
take care of all the rest.
Yeah, and especially easy to because one time I was
The
in the
thing. I'm sorry, Paige.
yeah, I was in the car. I was on my phone and I had to do discussion posts
Oh yeah.
when I was in Valencia, and I actually did them on my phone, and they successfully submitted. So when I got home, I didn't have to do them.
Right, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, as for me, a lot of it stems from you first have to watch this material, which unfortunately, a lot of it, like I said, is not for me.
Visual? Yeah.
It's not visual, it's more like the content. Like, the first couple of weeks, one of those weeks was all about a guy whose presentation we watched. Oh no, hold
What was
on.
that?
It's me.
That's a cool ringtone.
Hello?
It's fickle, is it?
I don't have that as my text tone. I'm actually ringtone. I'm still here, guys. I was just listening to what you guys were talking about.
Oh, it's okay if you don't. I mean.
But yeah, so that's cool. I'm sorry to hear that Denise, fortunately, didn't get the job.
I just gave her some advice to help her out. I mean, I hope she takes it, as she goes, because I want to make sure that she's focused. Yeah. I mean, aren't we all just trying to help her out? I'm trying to help her
I'm
out.
here.
Yeah, we are.
I'm hearing you guys. It's just my mom called, but I had the WhatsApp running on my laptop too, so I just answered on.
Oh, cool.
Also, that was WhatsApp?
That was the WhatsApp ringtone that you heard.
Oh.
I thought it was something else.
Yeah, I thought it was your phone.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's on my Mac. It's WhatsApp on the Mac.
Oh.
But yeah, no. I mean, to be fair, guys, I want to first see my dream come true, which is really getting that degree.
Yes.
Because I mean, look, my piano teacher can teach me how to read music. He knows how to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think he taught himself. I believe. Actually, he did. I believe he did. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get it.
Mhm.
I just tried reading it and I tried taking a course. I failed miserably after that. I was like, I don't understand this. It's like a bunch of gibberish, really, to read a braille sheet of music.
It is.
So,
It is. And actually, you know,
that's what I was going to tell him. If we, to at least give it a whirl. At least I can say, oh, well, I really tried this time with somebody that can tell me how to manage.
Yeah, but,
mostly because it would be another skill under my belt just to have for me, or
and what have you got to lose, Denise? I mean, we're here behind you, supporting you all the way. If you need help with like musical questions, if you need any like help with solfege, I'm willing to help you with that.
I understand how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I understand. I know a lot.
If you need just need a reminder, I'm here to help you because I've learned about that in Valencia. So yeah.
No, I appreciate that. In fact, there's a style of music that's pretty awesome, or shall I say mega awesome? Can I say that?
At this point,
mega awesome.
Mega awesome? Oh wow.
Yep.
You haven't even heard it yet, and you're already saying that? Oh my.
Nice.
I didn't even use it.
Anyway, it's a style of music called shape note singing, and this was introduced by a friend of mine, and
never heard of it.
Shape note. Well, I don't think you'd like it much.
No.
It's basically it's choral stuffage, but
chorals.
But hold on, wait a second. But it's not like what you think. It's not with piano and all kinds of things. It's more like it's full a cappella, and people. What it is, it's a style of music where it was originally set so that people that didn't know how to read, like musical notation, actually had certain shapes, but they did use the solfege scale.
Right.
So at first, it's all with the solfege, however they sing, and then the second part is with the words. Now, I can't show anything here because of copyright. Well, there are videos and things on YouTube. I mean, that's different, but you know what I mean? Otherwise, yeah, no, because I really can't think at the moment really fast on a song, anything. But that's a really cool thing. I've heard it before, and I heard a history of it forever ago. In fact, I wanted to show one time I wanted to show Denny what it was about, but I've never found that particular thing anymore. But I never found it. I never found that particular video. So yeah, but I know, I mean, at least for now, what I need to learn doesn't really require anything like that. Now, if I were to go for something like the music production thing, which doesn't really, like, it does, then you need your music theory, and it's about learning how to write in different styles to a degree and whatever. Well, why do I need that part when I'm already paying a lot less for services with someone that I already know well enough to trust?
Right.
Yeah.
I did the math, and it's just over, didn't we do it, Denny, one time? Just over, like, just a little over 1,000, but in a year. So I think I can manage that better than, say, a full degree, where in the end I have to pay, like, who knows how many thousands, like 30,000 or something later.
Yeah.
I got tired of paying for my classes. I'm like, Mom, can we stop paying for courses?
Why didn't you apply for financial aid?
No, because the thing is, like, I just didn't feel like I needed it because I mean because I'm actually with the Division of Blind Services, and they helped me out.
So they paid for your classes? They
Yeah.
helped with that? Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
California does too, but only
Yeah.
if and only if you stay within California colleges. I chose a private university, so my state will only pay for books and things like that.
Yeah, they
and
did. I didn't
material.
have to worry about equipment because they already paid for it for me. So I was like, oh, sweet. So
Yeah.
it was nice that I actually got my, Dell computer and my Braille note from them to do the work that was needed for Valencia. So it was, but I told my academic advisor, I said, if there's any alumni events that I can attend, I will definitely attend them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would love to support the school as much as I can. And
to the team chat, I'm gonna send you guys a sample. I'm gonna send you guys a song that is with shape notes so that you understand.
Cool,
I cannot
nice.
play it here.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
it is
cool.
it's registered material.
Right.
So,
all right.
but I will send it. And if you guys want to, since I mentioned it, if you guys want to send it somewhere, for people to check a sample out, whatever it is.
I might send that to one of my professors.
Oh, there you go. So
why not?
I will.
I think she'd be interested.
Yeah,
I'll send that to
this
her.
is the right one. Yes, it is. Right here.
Well, it's sticking to the subject. I mean, it's like it's like I usually tell people, especially it's especially since it's stuck in EJ the Phoenix's head. Dreams are too valuable to miss, and so it's best to follow your dreams and just
Full Sail, to be
do what you
honest,
have a passion for.
To be honest, Full Sail was actually, it all started, if I'll just expound on this really quickly. I know, wow, I don't even know what time it is, but I feel like I've talked forever.
It is.
I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good. It's all right.
I know I took you all away from the subject at hand.
It's
4:41.
This is the randomness section, so it's all good.
Okay, well, the point is, Full Sail, actually, I found about it through my best friend Brittany. I guess kept seeing about it on Facebook, and she was like, I don't know what this is, but this might be for you. And I was like, okay. So I went on their site, checked out their stuffage, as I say, and it's really great. Like, I checked it out, it sounded really good. Called them up. I simply said, I may be interested in your services. What do you offer? What is it that you do? And it was an actual true university. And they asked me a lot of questions, like, do I write music? What I want to do? What kind of things do I enjoy about doing? And of course, they just assigned me to audio production, and so I was like, well, that sounds like the best of both worlds. And so
that's
I'm right here.
and that's
Filled out
why
the paperwork, and I got accepted really fast. So.
Yeah, and now you just took me back to nostalgia because actually when it was 2017 of that year, August of 2017, I was like lying in bed thinking, okay, did I get accepted or not, right? And my mom goes, you got accepted. I was like, no way. I was like, and that's why I dared to dream, because no pun intended. Denise.
I saw what you did there.
You gotta be silly.
No, because I was trying to make a point. And I was trying to say that. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've never finished.
Hey, no, somebody needs to be silly for the groupity group for every
Yep.
so often.
I know, but
Exactly.
no, but like
For the
like,
groupity
honestly,
groupity group.
It's back.
not quadruple.
Back.
Oh my
See?
god.
See, the whole
No, because
lingo's
that's
completely
why
corrupted.
that's why I was trying to make a point, because I knew if I dreamed, it would become a reality. So it was like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, thank you, Eddie. Thank you for that wonderful advice in that song. Because
Yeah.
we all
Yeah,
can
that's
learn
true.
from it.
Well, yeah, dare to dream. Well, that's why I say I live in Ohio, because I
Yeah.
imagine, you want to, if you really want something, you need to act as if you already have it. So that's why I
Exactly.
say I live in Ohio instead of I want to live in Ohio.
Yes, like
Yeah.
that's yeah, because that's, and pun purposes, I didn't mean that. So like
I know. I just had to
it's
throw that in there.
I know. But you try to make it random, so it's I respect that.
No, I understand. And see, that's the whole point that they were also trying to make me think about through too. Like, what is it in it that what's the difference going to be between if I get it now to when I get it maybe later?
Mm-hmm.
And then, here's the good thing. At least if I were to take it in the future, it's only 4 days a week. But it is 40 hours still. So it's still 40 hours, but it's 4 days a week, so I get 3 days off. So
That
that's
was a
10
plus.
hours. So it's a 10-hour day. You're working 10-hour days.
it is 10
Oh.
hours. The clock's
Oh.
from my Echo Dot. So
That's a lot.
Yeah, I
That
don't
is
have.
also a good one.
Yeah, because the requirement for an AA degree is like 60 credit hours. 60 or more.
no, I'm afraid with me, I think, what did they say? I think it's 100 and something. It's
Usually
31
every college is
classes.
different.
Yeah,
every
Because
college
it's
is
31.
Because remember, whoa.
Yeah,
Because I
31.
remember reading like 120 or more, depending on what the university is.
Every
Well, for
college
me,
is different.
Yeah,
though.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
For me, it takes me an average of about 8 days. So I already work 5 days, which makes it 40 a week, which makes it around 400 in 1 month. So, just one entire month just to get assignments and things done for. But
Yeah, it's a commitment,
it is.
You have,
and you
yeah,
have to take
but
it seriously.
yeah, it's a degree is no joke. I mean, if you're in
Right.
it, you're in it. Like, you can't back out.
Well, yeah, I stopped because college is not for me. That's
Right.
why I'm committed to running my own business.
And college is not going to be for everyone. I will admit that, because college has taught me so much, and it taught me about the skills that I needed to get time management. So I want to thank Valencia for that, not only to hone in my musical skills, but to also be confident in my successes and my failures as well. So
Yeah, I didn't want to
thank
go
you,
to college
Valencia.
either because for me, even though some of the students have already signed up to go to their college of choice, for me, I didn't want to because they had a TV station at the college, which I definitely wanted to try, but they said you have to have an 8th grade reading level, which is a requirement. So I'm like, darn it.
Oh, you don't have an 8th grade reading level?
No, I don't know.
What's
no.
your what is it?
I don't even know because it is a requirement. So.
But it's like 4th or 5th grade probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but like I said, since I have a disability, I have to,
Yeah. Yeah.
get a job or at least training or
I
whatnot.
don't know what
'cause
my
that's what I'm
reading level
into.
is. I haven't tested it
I
in
don't-
so long, so
I don't
know.
even know what mine is,
When
but I know
was
it's.
Same. I mean, going back to the whole college subject, and this is sort of like reliving another deleted scene, but yeah, like I've I've actually come to the realization a while ago that college really isn't for me either. I mean, like, it's I like and I've and I've and I'm glad that I have actually gone to college because I wouldn't have actually without going there I wouldn't have actually gotten the information that actually got to pretty much launch my music career. And so yeah, it's good, but it's not really for everyone. And so I figured with the nuggets of advice that I've actually gotten, I could actually launch my career and also push forward those around me. And with the evidence I actually have for that is pretty much uh, Paige, Eddie, and Denise, and so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Speaking of reading levels, I tested at a college reading level at 9th grade, actually.
I'm not sure what mine is. I think mine is like 10th or 11th.
I don't know what mine is.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
It's hard
personally
to
love
tell.
reading a whole bunch of books, but
So do I.
like for me, I don't know. I just like nonfiction most of the time.
If you like, cause I read this one book in high school. It was in my junior year, and it's called Gathering Blue, and it's a very nice book. It's very interesting.
Never heard of it.
Oh, you should definitely read it. It's really
I have
good.
not read that book actually, but guys,
Did
it's
you?
actually yeah. But guys, it's actually
wow.
when I check. Huh? Sorry, Danny, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
I was just about to say, it's just about time for the shout outs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were randomly, but this was a good conversation.
I feel like it
And-
was more of a counseling session at this point.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but it was still a good It was still a good podcast episode. So.
yeah, it was very good. Despite I had to mute a couple of times because of background noise, but hey,
Yeah.
you know,
You're still
but
there though.
yeah, I was listening and interacting, and I forgot to tell you guys one of the things I forgot to mention about the interface earlier is that what's cool about it is that with the interface, and I will do a bonus episode possibly in the future, but like I said, I'm waiting to hear back and let me know if the wish did come true. Hopefully it does. But one of the things that the interface has, which the P4 lacks, is auto gain. And this is going to save me plenty of time to repeatedly set the levels and making sure, is it at 12 o'clock? Is it at 2 o'clock? Because honestly, you have to have a sighted friend or sighted assistant to help you see the darn meter. But this is going to save a lot of time. So basically, in short, you hold down the auto gain button, you hold it down, you speak at your natural speaking voice for 10 seconds, it calculates, and then when it's done calculating, it will set the mic according to your level between minus 12 and minus 18 dB, which stands for 18 decibels. And once that's done, then you're able to start recording, and it works with any DAW digital audio workstation, including Logic Pro, which
No way!
I was like, all right, that's it. I am going to, because like I said, I did email Dan. I sent him a photo yesterday of my current equipment setup, and I told him this is the setup that I use. It's unfortunately inaccessible, but hopefully you'll be able to be kind enough to send me the Vocaster so I could start using it and put it into its full paces in my podcast rig, so that way I could start using it and start podcasting, and it'll be a lot more easier. And plus, I could still use my favorite microphones. The problem is, unfortunately, I'll only have one microphone, and I was gonna originally get the Audio Technica BPHS1 headset, which I did mention in previous episodes, but after thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I'll just stick with standard headphones for studio environment, because getting another headset with a microphone that's is too much money, and I have to, you know, stick with what I already have. Plus, the microphones I already have sound pretty good, and they do what they intend to do. And plus, I rotate between different microphones every now and again.
Nice. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what I wanted to
I think
tell
you
you
just
guys.
yeah. I think
Uh,
that would be good for you, JC. The auto gain, I think that would be amazing because
yes.
that would definitely work for me if I was like adjusting EQ levels in the projects as
Yeah,
well.
and it has built-in compression too, so
What?
actually, yeah, it has, yeah, like I said before, it has radio, warm, bright, clean. The radio preset sounds pretty cool because it sounds like you're on a professional radio station. So
That's
I'm
so
like,
Oh,
oh
yeah,
cool.
that's
dang.
cool.
So, anyways, I would like to pass the shout out baton, meaning start the shout out. Uh,
Okay.
so, who wants to do their? Who I guess our producer, if she's still here, Stacy, you still present?
No, I'm not.
Yo,
Uh,
Ah,
Yes,
that
she
was why
is.
would she say that? That's
That's
weird.
not her.
no, that's George.
It is to me.
No.
You should
That's
say.
obviously no.
Then maybe she with Mike possibly.
I'm sorry about that. I'm not that fast with my left hand. But
She
that was my
probably had
left
to. She
hand.
probably had to answer the phone. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
to
she's,
call me also.
so
anyways, we'll let Denise go first then,
And Paige, and then if she is
and
back
then if
also
she comes back,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, maybe Paige should go first, actually, since the poor thing had said earlier that she was third.
No. It's all right. It's all right. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't really matter.
Or you were messing around.
I was
Yeah.
messing around. I was messing around with you guys.
Okay. Okay. My dad's got loads of sound, but like he's playing something, and I don't know what. I don't think I'm gonna care what it's about. Anyway. Shout outs to all of you in the team. It's nice to, be a little part of something that certainly is fun. It's always a good thing. I probably sometimes say a little more than I feel I sometimes should, but at least I kind of, I don't want to say unburden myself per se, because that's something like that should be between like, God and me and stuff like that. But I certainly feel like it's just a good time, and more than anything,
Absolutely.
it's full of cool things, fun things and all that. It's just great to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, beyond that, friends, certainly. But otherwise, that's about it for me.
There you go with the
Nice.
singing again.
Nice.
I did actually mean to do it just for a split second. So
I know.
Yeah.
I think
That
I
reminded
was
me of that last
fun.
episode when you did that.
Oh,
That was fun.
the thing. Yeah, I heard it just recently too. I got caught up with my podcast, so I did hear.
Oh, okay. And yeah. All right. So, Paige, go ahead.
Thank you, JC. Shout out to the whole team and crew. You guys are awesome. Again, if you want to find my music on all major streaming platforms, you can. You can just type in my first name, and you can type in both my songs, Here I Stand and Lord, I Need You. If you don't remember what the songs are called, you can go on YouTube and you type in my first and last name, and you can find them as reference.
Awesome.
So please check out my music. It would be really helpful for me and to grow as an artist. So I appreciate you guys listening so far. To the people who have listened to it. I was about to say listens.
Okay.
But anyway, the ones who listen to it, thank you so much, and I'm hoping that you can listen to it again. And to be a part of my musical journey. So more is coming on the way. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
Yep. All right. Now that
Oh, she's
our
back.
great producer
Oh
is
no,
back,
she's back. No,
uh,
don't tell her. Don't tell her.
George,
Don't tell her what I
shut your-
said. Don't tell her.
George,
I said something.
please.
George.
Shh. Don't tell her what I said. It's
By the
secret.
way,
It's
I
secret.
heard you. Just because I was researching something does not mean I'm not listening.
It's a secret. Shh. Don't tell her.
Oh, okay.
It's a secret.
So,
secret.
George, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
What'd they say?
I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just going to say
That's
you're
what
in
I know.
trouble.
That's not what I know. I'm used to that. So good.
But anyway,
good.
go.
Here's Charles.
All right. Well, I would like to give a shout out to my pain in the butt boyfriend, George, who is
Thank
the
you.
biggest, most royal pain in my ass I know. No. My dearest George, I love thee more than you could ever possibly begin to know. And by the way, yesterday was let's see, today's July, so that would be
7-year
our
and-
7-year and 5-month anniversary was yesterday.
Happy anniversary.
Congratulations.
So thank you, and so happy anniversary. And shout out to my dearest, beautiful girlfriend, Haley, who now can't accuse me of forgetting to shout her out because I shouted her out. Hope you feel better soon, lovely, and go Reds. And to Leona, hope you feel better as well. Shut up. And I gotta talk to that guy and see when he's shipping the phone out because, yeah, we kind of need it ASAP. Shout out to Philip, since he had to give me hell for not shouting him out the other day. Well, he doesn't give me romantic shout-outs anymore, so why the hell should I do that for him?
Yeah.
Where's the mute button?
He doesn't say shout out to my dearest Stacy. He doesn't publicly tell everybody he loves thee. And he'll hear the replay of this. I know he will. He doesn't do it anymore. So
Oh.
he doesn't deserve it. But slime ball. No, shout out to Philip. And shout out to my dearest Ladrea. She's not my girlfriend,
sweet
but
girl.
she's
She's
very,
a
very special.
Awesome person.
And
She is.
That's
I'm-
nice.
I'm working on a surprise for her for next week, but I'm not going
Oh.
to
I'll
say
have
any
the
while we're
ideas there if
recording.
you want.
So, yep. George, I'll talk to you privately and tell
Yeah.
you what it is.
'Cause I'll
But
do
I am
that.
working on something for her next week. Or not next week, but this week for Saturday's Showcase 7.
Oh yeah.
And, of course, shout out to the rest of the Visioncast team. Denny, Preston, who's too busy flirting with hot girls on bikinis and dancing the hula to attend our damn podcast.
Oh yikes!
I hope so.
No.
And
Ouch. Ouch.
and JC and Denny, Denise and Paige and everybody here, you guys are freaking awesome. And I love you all.
Yep, all right.
One more thing. Doodle spilled the milk.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that classic. That gets it every time. All right, now it's my turn. Phew.
You mean turny, turny?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I almost forgot. George.
What about
George, you
George,
have to-
Doodles?
Oh, forget me again. Okay,
You know,
Yeah,
And
I
Denny.
almost forgot.
You didn't do
Yeah.
George and
Oh,
Denny.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Denny. Okay.
Danny, yeah, don't forget those two.
Uh-oh. No, they're important.
Yep,
Yes.
important.
They're the ones that run the show.
Important? Did I hear that right?
Yes, Newark.
That's fine. I can miss out on editing this episode. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Please, Denny, please do that.
Come on, Denny.
Yes.
All right, we'll go. Okay, we'll do Denny, and then we'll do George, and then
Yeah,
I'll go.
George.
Shout out to the entire Visioncast team. You guys are awesome. It's always a lot of fun being on the show, and yeah, it's always quite awesome. Shout out to the listeners, the subscribers. There's definitely much more on the way. Thanks to those who support this show and support me and what I do, and there's definitely more to come.
All right, George, and then it'll
Okay.
be my turn.
Shout out to first my beautiful girlfriend, my awesome girlfriend, darling Stacy. Happy anniversary, love. We've had ups and downs and be more common course because that's what love is about. But at the end of the day, love, I love you more than this. You're awesome, and you and I have to have more dates at some point. Dates.
The heck? That's
Also,
way too
shout out,
many.
no, never enough. Also, shout out to all the whole team, Denise, Paige, Danny, JC, Preston used the hot girls on the sand with bikinis and margaritas and the whole 9 yards. Go Preston.
Wow.
Some pictures, of course. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Denise.
Not a problem.
Simple Drea. Also to Leona, please let him feel better. You're awesome. You're a very sweet person. And your future is very, very bright. And also a special shout out to Ronald and also Veronica, who's a very nice person, a new friend, and it's kind of like a friend you think you know him for longer than you have. We just kind of talk, and I'm like, I feel like I know you longer, and it's been like this. We talked this week, and it's just like from the kind of you like. I think I know you from past conversation or past lives, like something like that. So very, very cool person. And of course, Katie. Katie's awesome as well. To the whole entire team, I think I covered one. So JC, over to you.
All right.
And don't shout him Stacy. Don't shout him Stacy.
I know.
Oh,
okay. Shout out goes to, first of all, our great producer, Stacy, who always does a good job in producing the podcast and edits it. For the not just for the showcase having live content, the showcase having live with Crazy Stacy 25 content,
yeah.
but also the other great content on a per week basis whenever the other producer slash editor Denny is unavailable or they need to switch positions. So shout out goes to Stacy. We all love V. There's no friend above V, and we are always thinking of V. And I always say that at the end of every personal message I send to her via email or via text message and so on and so forth. Shout out goes to Kim and Ken. Kim and Ken are husband and wives, and she is a wonderful singer. Kim is amazing, and one of these days I'll introduce you guys to her. She's awesome. She's from a church that I go to called Grace Community Church, and she will be leading worship this weekend along with her neighbor Lisa. Whoop whoop! So I can't wait to hear the both of them lead worship together. This is going to be exciting. Because she texted me last week and she told me that she would be leading worship on the 31st. She always gives me a heads up, so thank you to that. Also to the wonderful folks at Sweetwater, Cameron Wright, who is a good sales engineer who helped me in, finding best equipment. And of course, big shout out to the biggest brother, the biggest engineer of Focusrite, Dan Hewley, for hopefully giving me the hookup to the free Focusrite Vocaster. Hopefully it'll be right before my birthday because I told him my birthday would be on the 22nd, and he said he's gonna see if he can make that happen. So if it does, I will let you guys know, and hopefully he'll send it right before my birthday because you know how packages go. Sometimes when people send packages before birthdays, they get there either before or later because I've seen family members send packages to people on their birthday and they try to send it on time before the birthday hits. So hopefully my birthday wish will come true. And like I said, I will do a live recording of the equipment in action when I do get it, but it probably won't be until after my birthday, at least probably on the main episode on Wednesday, and we will have a virtual celebration as well as a shout out, even though my birthday was already on the 21st. I mean the 22nd. My bad. The 22nd. I said the 21st. Blooper. Anyway, and also shout out to my nephew Jaden, who's playing hard on his basketball team with his dad. Love you, Jaden. My mom, love you, Mom. And of course, my family members and friends and all the supporters. And this has been a great episode. And I know it's been a good, lively conversation with Denise and the whole gang. But, I'm sure you guys enjoy it. And by the way, uh, I am going to see if I can get Dan on the podcast because he does have a podcast also. But he is more than willing to talk about the Vocaster and all that. And so once I get an email back from him or whatever, I'll definitely ask him if he would be willing to be a part of not be a part of the podcast but be interviewed rather about the Vocaster and his other line of products. If you guys would like that to happen in the future, I'll definitely consider that. So
That'd
just
be
so
awesome.
you guys know, yeah, because he's very nice. I've heard him on other podcasts because he was talking about with other mainstream folks about the Vocaster. Because he's a nice gentleman. He was so kind enough to send it to a couple of people, and hopefully, like I said, he'll send it to me, and I'll keep it. And I'll be able to use it and give accessibility feedback on the software that is used to control it. And yeah, Danny, you're right. I did pick a good company with good interfaces, and my mom looked at the site, and it is a good site, and they have interfaces at Sweetwater, Guitar Center, Walmart. Nearly all music resellers have Focusrite gear. But anyway, uh, yeah, but anyways, we are running out of time, but thank you to everybody for listening to the podcast. Don't forget this Saturday, Showcase Heaven Live with Crazy Stacy 25. I'll be there once again this Saturday. Like I did last time, I will be there this Saturday, along with me multitasking at Backstage Karaoke uh, with the ACB community. And I return to karaoke, and Stacy, keep a note of this. I will be returning August 6th. So August 6th, I won't be with you guys. I'll
August
be with
6th?
karaoke.
Alright.
Yep, August 6th, I won't be here with you guys. But I'll send a recording. I'll see if I can record something probably
Yeah,
this week or
for
next
sure.
week, and I'll send it to you and say, hey, play this for Showcase Heaven, and etc., etc. And then I'll send it to you guys as
And
usual.
real quick, Susan's not feeling well, so please ask Susan to her soon. There's
What?
message on WhatsApp for Susan has a sore
Oh.
throat, so give those
Yeah.
Susan
So
to
sorry,
go
team,
soon.
can't join.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Give her
Oh,
soon.
wow. Okay, yeah, shout out goes to you, Susan. Sorry that you couldn't make it for the episode, but hey, there's always next time. I know that happened. I had a sore throat one time and I had to recover, and thanks to the greatest producer ever, Stacy, aka Crazy Stacy 25, because without her, she would have not been able to take over the reins while I had to, cover at some
Yep.
point. And this was before it all became Visioncast with JC
Hey.
and friends. This was.
Guys, I hope you have a good one. I need a drink of water, and I really just want some time to
Okay.
myself for
Okay,
a while.
Dennis, be safe.
Alright, take
Yeah,
care.
I
Be
will.
safe.
I'll
We're
be
about to
fine.
stop recording anyway,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
far.
we're
okay.
about to stop, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's the end of the episode.
I'll see you guys. Hopefully Saturday. No guarantees. I think there's something going on, but I'll
Okay.
try.
Later.
Yeah, later.
Later. Alright, guys, well, with that being said, we.
God bless. And later.
That's it.
That was from the old episode. Look that up, guys, if you haven't heard it. That was. Yeah, montage. Yeah, that was the best montage I've ever heard.
That was the
promise you
funniest.
That was the funniest one. Also, don't forget on Thursday we have our Visioncast team weekly hangout. That is happening tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if
I'm so
you're
sorry I missed
in-
last week.
I do too.
no
it's all right.
worries. Yeah, so if you're in the Zoom room, come on in, hang out with us, chat with us, whatever the case may be. We will talk
gosh.
about future episode plannings and
And other
just-
things.
yeah, and other things.
Yeah,
but
and
more
other
importantly, we
things.
get random. So
Yeah.
it's a fun. Yeah, it's a fun conversation to be had by all, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Anyways,
Technology Live.
oh
Yes.
yes,
And together, keep
keep
technology,
technology
alive.
alive. We love you guys. God bless you, and we will see you either next week for the main episode or this Saturday for Showcase Heaven Live with Crazy Stacy 25. Don't forget to get your recordings in ahead of time so Stacy can put them in the queue.
Yep, alright. See you guys later.
Later.